Am I an extremist? Well, according to Michael Gove, that I am. Well, hello everybody to All Shorts live stream, and we're going to delve into Michael Gove's definition of an extremist, but also a little bit about old Nigel Farage and where he's getting his money from. Well, the Reform Party that he says he's got nothing to do with anymore, but in fact the matter is he's even on the Companies House register. Although the Companies House register has, well, the Companies House just said that, oh, we're aware that some filings are incorrect. But you see, he hasn't changed it yet. No, it's still exactly the same. But that's Nigel Farage for you. He's hoping you won't notice that he is the, listed as a political campaigner for the Reform Party. Well, they're getting money from dubious sorts, that they are. Well, you see. According to Michael Gove, I am an extremist, and so you probably. Yeah, we're all extremists if we go by his definition. But I tell you what, really are the extremists, if you go by Michael Gove's definition, is the Tory party. So yeah, we are going to be having a bit of a closer look at the new definition of extremism proposed by Michael Gove's department. And he's been getting a bit of criticism, he has, from some unlikely candidates, such as Priti Patel. Well, anyway, the definition of extremism as an ideology. Quite frankly, Michael Gove, you can go and do one. But anyway, aims, quite frankly, to undermine the UK's, parliamentary democracy and its values. Well, yeah, I won't go back in time now, actually, to be fair. It's not really the values of today, is it? Not if you look at this shire. No. That's just unbelievable. Well, a suggestion that according to this definition, the current government might just fit the bill of extremism. Anyway, who's in the chat? Well, P dollars. Oh, crikey, you multitasking, I see. Oh, hello there. Well, who we got in the chat here? I hope the audio is okay on both of the streams. Yes, on the both of the streams. I'm just going to check. Am I? It works. I can't tell on the other one, though. Well, can I? I could do, probably, but yeah. Anyway, we've got 19 people in the short feed, and we've got 26 people in the horizontal format. You know, the proper format. Well, it has to be said, doesn't it? We're all extremists in the eyes of Michael Gove. Well, okay, coming into the chat, just I wanted to see a little show who's here. I saw some familiar faces, I did, yeah. Well, not names. Familiar names, I did, yeah. We've got Ginger's Draft, that's in the horizontal format. P. Dollars, he's a spanner, you know. And Regan Ali, who's also a spanner. Crikey, got spanners, you know, moths. Don't forget to hit the old like button, please do. It helps the channel, you know. Need all the help I can get. Well, that's what Mrs. said. No. Ella Gingers and Doc Davies. And Cathology, and so Larry the Cats, good evening, everybody's. Storm hello there, hi all, hi Mike, hi buddy, hope you're well. Come down, and Nick Young, hello Nick Young, I hope you're well. Scotland, I take it, because that's a Scottish flag, yeah. And your ref too. Down, 91 Leeds, even Marcus, and the crew, the Wally crew. Memberships, you know. There's memberships. Well. And Joe O'Mara, hello there. And hello to everybody. Okay. Well. I think it's fair to say that these Tories could be classed as extremists, couldn't we? I don't think that's too far out of their remit, would you say? For years now, that particular extremist group, the government, has allegedly, they haven't they? They've eroded all trust all the foundations of democracy that tried to control us, has stopped us from protesting as we once would like to do. And now, if we want to protest, we have to do it illegally. We have to become illegals. We have to throw orange paint onto paintings and tomato soup. Or if you want to protest about one particular geezer who, I think he did the founded Israel or something. Not founded Israel, but did the political what's it for Israel. He just had his painting all slashed. He had by a protester. I bet they go to jail for that. Quite frankly, it's criminal damage. But anyway, I understand the cause, but it's not going to make any difference. That's the thing. Now, for making voting even more difficult now, since we've now all got to engage in some kind of registration process, you know, where they take your blood and that, your fingerprints and your rectal scan, you know, all those sort of things. That's what we're heading for. It is. We've already been scanned and watched everywhere. Oh, blimey, conspiracy theories. Anyway, so they are making it harder to engage in voting. Yeah, the actions that significantly have lowered public trust in the political system. Or is it systems? Now, I argue these activities are undermining democracy itself. I've talked about this before. You know, our right to protest is, it's the foundations of democracy, really, isn't it? Now, starting poll, yeah, it found that only 6%, I think it was about a couple months ago, this was that, 6% of voters fully trust the political system. Now, but it didn't used to be like this. Well, there's always been doubters, haven't there? People who haven't been particularly happy with the political system. Maybe they feel hard done by it or what have you, because they like break the law or something like that. But since this Shire has been in, since Brexit, you know, and the 2019 general election with that flippin'
Kipper!
Ooh, he is. Well, unfortunately, it's all gone downhill. And now we've got having Tom, Dick and Harry. The pond life as well. Yeah, I actually quite like pond life, like newts and... Yeah, but I'm talking about scum. Scum. You know, we've got the Lebedevs, haven't we? We've got knighthoods of various different characters. Oh, crikey. So, yes, trust in the political system has deteriorated somewhat, you could say. Now, that's 6% plus poll, I suppose, really. 6% have trust in the system. It kind of highlights the gravity of the situation and how low it's all become, really. And it's it didn't used to be like that. Now, I know we all hate Maggie Thatcher. I hate Maggie Thatcher, especially for flipping privatising everything. God, milk snatcher. But there was some dignity. You didn't have to like the policies. I hated them. But, you know, there was some dignity. It was just... Today, it's just gone to pot, isn't it? Everything's just gone to pot. It's not just on this side of the water. It's also over in the United States as well. We've got our problems here in France as well. You know? Everywhere. The Netherlands, Poland, crikey. They've all got their issues. That is everywhere. We can't get away from them. We can't escape them, can we? No, we try. That we do. I tried to escape into rural France. And now I'm surrounded by Marine Le Pen supporters. I'm there. Out the frying pan into the fire. But no, at least there's plenty of land around me. I don't have to engage with that sort. And that isn't everybody in this area, no. If you talk to the doctors and people like that, even the nurses and stuff like that, they don't support Marine Le Pen. No. But the farmers do. And they're the ones with the big tractors. And they like dumping poop and stuff like that wherever they can. That they do. So, now, it has to be said that the handling of certain crises by this government, national crises such as the pandemic, what have you, from environmental neglect as well, and to mishandling of the NHS, Brexit. Well, to be fair, that was never going to be a win. No. Brexit is what Brexit is, I suppose. Stupid is as stupid does, but you know, it's yeah, crikey. Anyway, it's just that these actions have not only harmed British institutions and values, but has also fostered division and hatred, just for political gain. Now, Priti Patel, she's been speaking out against Michael Gove. She has. I'll get into that in a minute. Not Priti Patel. No, crikey, scary. She reminds me of the Penguin. Well, you see. She has been speaking out against Michael Gove and his definition of extremism. So it shouldn't be used for political gain, she said. What? From her? The irony? Yeah. Well, anyway, how these changes, the irony as well in how these changes of extremism and terrorism are often manipulated to suppress dissent, aren't they? I suppose use words like invasion, for instance. Labelling all Pakistani men as rapists, or what was that one now? Sex gangs and stuff. Anyway, so they do that, try and suppress dissent, which is all right, you know. It's not a nice word, is it, really? But it is all right to be able to protest and speak out against things that we're not happy about. Look at what's happening in Russia at the moment. That ballerina girl, you know, she's flipping likely to be, going to be, she's arrested, wasn't she? And she's going to end up in jail. And somebody in Russia who literally had a handle on their, oh crikey, what was it now? I think it was on their YouTube or something like that. And it basically spoke out against, it was actually in the name. Now she's just been arrested and she's been done for treason in Russia. Although, technically, Russia actually, well, what we know, arrests less people for environmental protests, for argument's sake, than we do in the UK. I don't believe that for a minute, to be fair, but that's basically what they say. But we'll go, whose figures are we going by? You know, are they figures that have been given to us by Russia, or publicised by Russia? But actually, maybe they don't ever get to that stage when they get arrested. Maybe they just get Novichoked. Like Navalny did in his underpants. Now the poor bugger's dead. Not because of that, obviously, because he's arrested and put in the gulag. That other geezer who was run up against Putin as an opposition party member, and now he is. Well, he couldn't get his licence, he got revoked, didn't he? And if he keeps pushing it, he'll end up in the gulag. Navalny wasn't the first. He ain't going to be the last. That's how Putin rolls, I suppose. Anyway, in the UK, back to the UK. These laws have led to disproportionate targeting of minorities, hasn't it? You know, look at Jo Cox, for instance. You know, what happened to her because of Brexit, you see? Unless the minorities, those are the loudest voices, are the ones that seem to wield the biggest knives. You know, peaceful activists, people who have a cause, or politicians that have a cause. They're all going to be labelled as extremists without just cause. Or just cause, but dubious methods, maybe, I don't know. Well, the exclusion of dissenting voices from public discourse. You know, I take away our right to protest. Well, that's just undermines democracy as a whole, doesn't it? But in particular matters like, argument's sake, capitalism or access to natural resources, which are crucial, yet often they're just sidelined issues. All too often we get swamped with all this other stuff that's going around at the moment. Obviously the wars and what have you, and we're getting our eye off the ball. We're not paying attention to what really, really matters and what's important. just because there's like Michael Gove coming out saying on about extremism or something, or been talking about that, not about the real issues that really affect ordinary people. I know what we'll do. We'll plan our leaks. Not the leaks, not what you eat. No, our leaks to try and diffuse. What's next, dead cat? How are we going to diffuse from the budget, for instance? All the crazy all coming out of the woodwork and they're saying the budget shit. How do we diffuse it? Oh, I know. Let's have a few more dead cats. Check for them in the ring. Distractions, so we don't pay attention to what's really going on. Because the budget didn't really help anybody, did it? No. Okay, well, help people a little bit who pay national insurance, but pretty much everything else. It's in that one hand, out of the other anyway. It's not a case that's going to benefit anybody. It's just how it always is, and it's the same in this case as well. 2p off your national insurance, if you're paying national insurance, that is. I know with recent events and what have you, even got pensioners they will be paying tax on their pensions, state pensions. Only a little bit, but it'll be there. Or at least it should be if you do your tax returns. So anyway, the irony of getting these extremists finding a place. Well, no, the irony is, I suppose, the genuine extremists are actually in the House of Lords or in the Parliament itself. Or they get knighted while bending a spindly knee, such as, oh, crikey.
I think it's rather uplifting.
Smog. Well, those who actually challenge government sponsors, powerful interests, are getting marginalised and labelled as extremists by the likes of Michael Gove and others, or according to this new definition that he's bringing out. Now, I suppose in a striking conclusion, the proposed measures by Michael Gove, as per their own definition, extremist. These measures threaten to undermine the very democratic freedoms that they purport to protect, but they don't. They actually undermine them. It's just as James O'Brien would say, it's just counting. Now, perhaps Gove, he should consider reporting himself for extremism. But that'll be a first one. Now, extremism, I suppose it can be wielded for political ends, urging the re-evaluation of what truly constitutes as a threat to democracy and how we protect against it. But that's Michael Gove for over, isn't it? It's just he jumps off one bandwagon to the next. We've had the levelling up, haven't we? Him as levelling up, doing the Brexit campaign. He was quite happy to speak out about his father's fishing business, or fishmongers, whatever it was, and how it was detrimental, the European Union towards his business, and why his father's business failed. But then his father, he stepped up and said, no, actually, that wasn't what happened. Pretty much said his son was lying. He said the problem is, you see, with these people, they open their mouths, and there's a certain proportion of the population, according to this poll, 6%, they believe that. The damage is already done. Let's say, for instance, I said something that's slanderous or what have you that wasn't true, and let's argue, say, 100,000 views on it or something stupid. Obviously, well, it's not on this channel. Anyway, 100,000 views on it. I've done damage. Because a large proportion of those people, if not all of them, won't, if I did do a retraction, would not see it. So, these people open their mouths, they get away with it. Instead of being drawn over the coals, they're allowed to carry on doing their jobs as though nothing has happened. It's like they haven't done anything wrong, but they have. Anyway, who's in the chat? Oh, who's in the chat? Oh, crikey. LJ, cult leaders may use manipulation and coercion to suppress dissent and maintain authority. Crikey, it's like these dystopian type films and what you see, isn't it, how do you control people? It was like the Book of Eli, where you try to control people with the Book of Eli, the Bible. Never quite worked out. Was it Braille or something, this Bible, that he memorised? He was just blind, wasn't he? Confused. Anyway, so, hello, Big Ernie, hope you're well. Can UK pensioners avoid the higher taxes by moving out of the country? Depends where you earn your money. And also, you might end up paying taxes in whatever country you move into. So you've got to bear that all into mind, India. So for me, I'm not drawing a pension just yet. I've got a little time to wait. And besides, I'll probably be gone by the time I draw my pension. Or I'll be 105. And they keep pushing the rate up. The thing is, they keep pushing the flipping, I mentioned this last week, actually. The pension age, keep pushing up and up and up and up and up. But when you actually you're of a working age, in other words, you aren't drawing your pension, you can claim disability. But when we get older, we tend to have ailments and things go wrong and need a new knee or something stupid or a hip, and then we can claim disability. When we're working age, when we're pension age, when we're a pensioner, we can't claim it. But if you already claim it, you can keep it. So we're going to end up a whole load of people, pension age, who will be claiming disability on top of their pensions until the day they die. So if you're planning on claiming, unless they change the rules, if you're planning on claiming, you need to do it now, okay? Ethical leadership entails promoting fairness, too right, justice and human rights. Yeah. Isn't that difficult, is it really? The problem, we've got hateful individuals that just want to wield their own sword for their own, well, for their own needs, for their own wants. Greed, a lot of it, isn't it? There we come. I hope so, but it seems nothing's predictable anymore. Constantly shifting goalposts on all sides. Yep, we've had that recently. Obviously, with the evolution of the Jeremy Hunt's budget. Non-dom states has gone now. In about 5 years' time, everyone's going to have gone, yeah. But obviously, Rachel Reeves of Labour was going to use all that money. It's going to be masses of money. It's going to be like the golden goose it is, you know. And we'll all be better off for it because all the NHS is going to be paid for by everyone's going to be paid for. It's a lot of money, mind. But they didn't allow for the figures you come up with, didn't allow for the fact that many of those people doesn't matter where they are. Their businesses will be earning money wherever they are based themselves. So they don't have to have non-dom states to have a legitimate business or a company in the UK. They could be anywhere. They'll just move to where they pay less taxes, unless they don't, they don't mind paying more taxes. So you're going to lose a lot of those people anyway. But really, if, for instance, we are so reliant on money from non-dom states, what have you, or those people staying in the UK and spending money, which they don't, they just hoard it. We're buggered anyway, aren't we? Everything should be a bonus on top of what you already get, but your foundations to your economy should be sound. And I've talked about this before. We need money's coming in from all different directions. We can't have all our eggs in one basket. We need many spokes in the wheel. Many smaller businesses all earning money. If one fails, it might create a little bit of a ripple. Instead of a whopping great flip. Look, for instance, what's going on with Tata at the moment. And the steelworks. That's a big bump. And various other businesses that have left the UK over the years and post-Brexit. They cause not just a ripple, they cause a bit of a hump. And that can be a chain reaction because many of those businesses support each other. If you have more small businesses, not even a ripple. If a business fails or moves out of the country, I just find it so foolish. Too many eggs in one basket. So, we have completely lost our voice. Yes, we have. The only way we can do it is by shouting now. It's only the people who shout the loudest have got a voice. Unfortunately, that's usually the right wing, isn't it? Cheers. It can be ignored at will, and they do all the time. And that's why you get the likes of I don't agree with their methods like Extinction Rebellion, what have you, or Just Stop Oil, and they're going out there and they're causing havoc, aren't they? They're causing a lot of grief for people, ordinary people. That's the problem is when you protest. If you're just constant, you're not going to get people on side. If what you do is going to hurt ordinary people, you just aren't, are you? It's not. You're not going to get one side. Hello, Progpuss. Have you heard Carol Wardman on GMB TV last week? Slagging off the Tories. Yeah, I did. I can't. I keep getting demonetised whenever I play those sort of videos, so I can't play it on it. I play some, but I can't play that. I got demonetised again last week. Hello, Madman. I hope you're well. Please like and sub if you haven't done so already, please. If you want to support the channel, you can do it on the super chat down below. Now keep the channel going. Well, hello, Big Ernie. Can you? Oh, done that already. Okay. Come into the other chat. I'm dual chatting. I put timestamps on it. I have. Hello, Clara Zoom's alter ego. Scotland can make 2 trillion immediately by voting out of the UK. Job done. Do it. Oh, crikey. One day. You know my view on it. I've said it a million times before. I don't want it to happen, but I know it has to. If you know what I mean. I wish it wasn't necessary, but it is. Clara Zoom's old ego says yes, it was in. Oh, it was in Braille, and he was blind. I haven't seen that film for ages. I did like it though. That was a good film. But yeah, that book. You can see the concept, can't you? Is having that tool to allow you to have power over people. My mind's how we got religion in the first place. For those who didn't understand science. Well, because no one did they? They thought the world was flat. There's still people out there who does. There's flat earther, crazy, chemtrady type people. Oh, the nuts are everywhere. Surrounded by them. Conspiracy theorists. And now we've got George Galloway in Parliament. I shouldn't laugh, but crikey, that man. I've been watching some of his video extracts. Oh my god. Never mind the one of him being a cat and purring like a cat in the Big Brother house. No, I mean, like, for instance, recently, his political campaign. Oh, for God's sake, man. He's a nut. Easy way to distract everyone is to take Kate out of what? Of the... Oh, God. Hasn't she spoken out or something recently? Was it today? Did she speak out today? Because everyone's wondering where Kate, Princess Kate is. I don't know. Don't really care, to be honest, but there you go. They're not my cup. I'm not one of the royals. Cheers, Bad Bunk. Can you do like half now and like half later? That'd be 2 separate streams then, wouldn't it? I'm doing 2 already. I'm doing a vertical one there and the horizontal one over there. That we are. Conflict-sensitive approaches consider the impact of interventions on conflict dynamics. Blimey. Getting deep. Ethical dilemmas in business require careful consideration of moral principles. Well, to have moral principles, you have to be a moral person in the first place. Unfortunately, they're not. I don't think they've got any morals whatsoever. Not the way they're behaving. They're a horrendous bunch. I've never known them as bad as this. I'm sure you haven't either. These lot just get... And it's not just in the UK. It really isn't. They get more and more extreme. Oh, okay, a bit big. That's too big. That's a bit better. The easy way... Oh, great. That one. I done that one. Talking about security, did you know that the UK stopped cooperating with the EU judicial authorities like before? Yeah, I know. And what happened is, if you're talking about the security protocols regarding access to data and information, and the only stuff the UK can access from the EU now is stuff that's actually deemed as criminal data, and that's all. What they can't do is, let's say, for instance, I don't know, you get a speeding fine or something like that in France, in the UK, for instance, or in France, but that data, those addresses are not allowed to be passed over. There was a bit of controversy a few weeks ago because of the low emission zones in London, and that a third party company that operates in the EU, Europarking or something like that, was accessing data. I think it was from an Italian police authority illegally. And they said it was okay because it was but it's not criminal. It's not criminal to not pay your fee when you go into London. No. Hello, Lee Corn. I hope you're well. Good video led by donkeys on the Tories supporting protesters when it suits them. Yes. A bit like Priti Patel and a recent development. Yeah, no, she's still Priti Patel. She's still piping up, but she's not. She's not in government, is she? Arise, Dame Theresa May. Oh God, I'll say it. Oh, she did get some grief though. Let's be honest. If you think of all the things that she was trying to push through, we're nowhere as bad as what we've got now. And she got criticised. And what did Boris Johnson do? He rolled over in the end, did he? Huh? He rolled over. People in Northern Ireland, they thought they could be trading freely from Northern Ireland to Britain, but that wasn't the case, was it? It was a lie. He stood there, didn't he, in that room with all his people, and a couple of people with mobile phones taking video of Boris Johnson, telling them all that I will not countenance, or something he said, didn't he? I will not countenance. I am the British Prime Minister, I will not countenance. Or stuff like that. Next thing he'll be telling us that he'll lay down in a ditch or something like the bulldozers or something. That's what he'd say, wasn't it? Nigel Farage telling us all that he was going to move out of the UK if Brexit wasn't a success. Well, quite frankly, Nigel Farage told us a lot of things. That's a whole load of bollocks, as it is. Thatcher treated people like Barbara Woodhouse. Will she blow up their noses and stuff? Put a tartan skirt. If you aren't happy to go back to Norfolk and vote for Muwen Le Fens. Oh dear. Oh, when we're going back to Norfolk, my kids are obviously in Norfolk, so I will go back at some point for a visit. But as far as it goes, it's not my cuppa. No. And besides, you'll be surprised how many people recognise me. I couldn't believe it. The person on the plane come up to me. I visited the UK. Oh, are you all shorts? And then I was sitting next to the woman on an aeroplane. And I happened to be twice in Norwich, and it happened to be recently. There's a tiny little channel. I happened to be recently in a place called Saint Juan here in France. In a supermarket, a guy came up to me at the checkout. Oh, what you brought me? Have you brought me a coffee? Oh, wonderful. Oh, my dear missus says she's brought me a coffee. She has. And it down. There she is. Oh, hide her up. Have I got biscuits as well? Blimey, I'm not allowed biscuits, really. I'm getting fatter. Yeah. Oh, dear me. Hope you're well, Lee. Now I'm not scrolling down. Oh, too far. 52. Oh, quite, I'm way too high. Oh, Phil McCracken. Sea border in Northern Ireland was inevitable, and they thought it was Project Fair. That was a laugh. It was Project Fair. Yeah, and it turned out to be Project Fair was 100% Project Fact. There wasn't any other solutions, but what's going to happen if Scotland gets its independence? I said it before. I still haven't had a clear answer yet. Oh, we'll just do this. We'll just do that. If you want to get into the EU, that is. I guess it's going to be an interesting one. Build a wall, and if they complain, build another 5 meters higher or something. That was Trump, wasn't it? Sea border in Northern Ireland. Yep. It certainly was. Hello, number 3. Labour's budget proposal doesn't inspire me. No. Don't inspire me either. Colonel Damo did a video about it. I'll have a look at that. Cheers. I've seen a couple of his videos before, actually, but not recently. I don't watch so many videos about politics these days as I used to. I was just taking over my life and consuming me. And it was making me into a grumpy old bugger. It really was. So I decided, I'll just, if I want to find something out, I'll have a look. It's probably all my channels doing shit. Hello, Enzo the God. I hope you're well. Hello, all. And Genie Ball rolling out. Oh, got Genie Ball there. Hello, Genie Ball. What else? Have I missed anyone? Got Phil McCracken. Number 3. 91 leads. Done that already, Demicam. And Regan Elite. Regan Elite has got his own channel as well. Check him out. He's doing more and more and more, and he does quite a few live streams as well. And he's a nice chappy, so give him a look in. And he pre-schedules lots of his live streams as well, which is quite handy, unlike me. Oh, I've got to go live. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be live tonight. I'm so erratic, I'll tell you. I'm all over the place. Oh, what was this? What did I just say? David Cameron should not have held the referendum due to Northern Ireland alone. They could have held the referendum. They took one look at it. This isn't going to work. Oh, well, solid. It's just, the vote was so flipping close, really, wasn't it? I don't know, 70 million votes and stuff. It was close. It was close. 67 million people. Well, not voting people, obviously, but... build a wall and get all shorts to... I'll build you a wall. It might take me a while. I'm a Todd. What do you want it in? Concrete blocks, trench blocks. They're a little bit... Yeah, they're thicker, they are. We could cast it. I could do a shuttering. We could cast it. Build a wall and all sorts to build it and live stream it worldwide so we can see how it's done. Or you can just take the mic. What, they're building the wall? That's going to be like it's going to take 100 years, like the pyramids. You'll never finish that wall, you'll be dead. So our Christian national organisations now class as extremists under new rules. Oh, crikey. Wow, what about the new Conservatives then? There's apparently Christians. What about, this geezer here? Remember him?
Like you'll go person,
yeah, that
woman,
one,
man, camera, TV.
Yeah, that geezer. He's a very, very clever man. Do you know what? He came up with a medical procedure involving a UV light and some bleach. Clever. I never thought of that, I tell you. Who says things like that? I like soldering stuff. Says Tops, but I like soldering stuff as well, actually. And concrete. That's not how you sell it, anyway. But it's just RAAC. Oh, dear me. I'm not talking about concrete today, okay? No. Hadrian Wall. It's jumped up. Christian organisations. Hadrian Wall. Hadrian build a wall to keep the Scots away. I think the Scots will build another to keep the English away. Will they build it in the right place, though? Are they going to build, they built right on the border? Will there be like a no man's land in between? Is that a possibility? The guns on turrets, maybe. I don't know. Enzo. Oh, Enzo the God. Enzo the God. Hello, Enzo the God. Hope you're all good. Stomachum. I just found a massive spanner. And it makes the best back scratcher I've ever found, says Lee. I'm glad you're happy. All right. Alice don't care. Oh, nice. Well, thank you very much. Marcus, common travel border, only a trade border if Scotland leaves the Union. It's still got that's quite hard to do. I just build a blooming wall, be done with it, Travelling tubes or something, I don't know. What about all those lorries? They're going to have, like, high-speed scanners. The only thing is, do you think maybe, if that happens, all the food that comes up via, maybe from Calais, what have you, going north to Scotland, do you think that there'll be... coming into Scotland and then going south instead. Maybe there'd be 2 duties there, wouldn't there? 2 import duties. Could be interesting, I suppose. Spanner in yourself may be illegal, says. I think that's aimed at Lee Corn, that it is. So the cat says, if you build it, they will come. Oh my God, Field of Dreams. Shame Trump, he never thought about that. Well, he did try to build a wall that had holes in it. Abnormal Abner, hello there, hope you're well. Hello, Enzo. Hello, Mark's the biggest fan. Hello, Mark's the biggest fan. If you build it, they will come. Was a poor mission statement. Oh my God, really? Can't you wonder what I'm talking about in the short feed? People in the long feed are also in the chat as well. So let's bring that back up here. What do you think, sir? Says Dord Vlasak. Vlasak? How do you pronounce that? Hello, Progpus. Everyone looks up Carol Waldman video. No left-wing YouTubers have reacted to it. For the same reason, all shorts mentioned. I do follow Carol Waldman. I think I saw a bit of it, but I haven't watched it all. I think I'm on my feed when I was laying in bed with the phone, and then I fell asleep. Not because Carol Waldman, because I was just knackered. Conflict-sensitive approaches consider the impact. Yes, I don't know really. Cool. So we'll get back into what we're doing, shall we? Tell you what, look. Let's just make sure we've got to the end. I have there. Scotland will open up its ports. That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? But let's you look what's happened to, for instance, Anglesey and places like that, because Ireland has bypassed the land bridge. Everyone's going via, the long way round now. Ireland straight to France. What happened if, for instance, Scotland gets its independence? Will that happen in the other direction? So it's just they're going from Calais to Scotland, for instance. Maybe. But with no port, would be cool. We can get mouldy old food and write on it, England only. Funny you say that. Oh, where is that? Oh, crikey. People are finding pictures now. Pictures of food that is for the for England own. Oh, yeah, not for the EU. I'll find it though. I was there. I know it's gone. Right, am I missing stuff in there? There we go. There we are. Not that one. Not that one. Well, it's disappeared. You devil. What's that one? Oh, I found it. There we go. Let me show you that. How come I didn't see it a minute ago? It's like it was disappearing on me. Right, okay, chat. That one. There we go. Okay, let's lose that logo because it's just blocking everything off. Remove the logo. There we go. Yeah. I don't even see that on there. It says on there, just under that date, not for EU. So that's what it's saying, not for England. So that'll be Scotland. Scotland gets independence. Now, back in that, there we go. Revealed legal fears over Michael Gove's new definition of extremism. Oh dear, that man. The man of lies he told. He stood up there, didn't he? Was it in Newsnight or something like that? Or was it Question Time? He stood up there when he's been asked a question. Do you know, I think it's when he's campaigning about, will I still be able to visit my home, my holiday home in France or Italy, wherever it was? And no, there'll be no changes at all. You see, they want your money, you see. There'll be no changes. But the fact of the matter is, there are many countries within the EU, Spain, and many countries within Spain, like Tenerife, for instance, they've got problems and blaming the tourists. We've got drought, we have got no water. In Tenerife, our water's running out because the British tourists have been blamed. Why they've been blamed? Because, well, there's more British tourists than any other tourists. They are the highest tour. Anyway, they've got they sound like a sort of fun, okay? They're wearing Union Jack underwear and bras and stuff, causing all sorts of trouble in Tenerife, it seems. Anyway, the locals are hitting out. They're not very happy, and there's going to be a huge amount of restrictions put upon British tourists in Tenerife. It's been all over Spain. Spain could have already got being the bonnet. Barcelona, for instance, they got to be in the bonnet about it all. They're not happy, pushing up the price of the house and what have you, and then the youngsters can't afford them. But we need to talk about, like Tenerife, for instance. They've got how many inhabitants? I can't imagine them doing particularly well. They must be fairly reliant on money from tourism, wouldn't you have thought? I don't know what trade they do. I think they're very heavily reliant. I suppose it's controlling it, isn't it? And maybe they want a different type of tourist. Maybe. They want us. We're the problem. We're like parasites, man. They're sucking them dry and drinking all their water. Apparently, they use like 4 times the amount of water per person as a tourist than they do if them as an inhabitant. 4 times. That's nuts. So anyway, it's revealed that legal fears over Michael Gove's new definition of tourism, extremism. The community's secretary, crikey, Michael Gove, wants a trailblazer government departments to... They love these big words, don't they? Big words. Trailblazer government departments to pilot a scheme to ban individuals and groups deemed extremist from public life. So yes, he's about to announce this, yes, a controversial plan this week to ban individuals and groups who undermine the UK's system of liberal democracy from public life, despite fears inside the actual government itself, including Priti Patel. I believe it. Seriously, Priti Patel's been speaking out about it. 3 Tory ex-Home secretaries warn against policing anti-extremism, including Priti Patel, Sajid, Javid and Amber Rudd. Now, leading counter-terror and extremist experts, including 3 former Conservative Home Secretaries, have warned that senior politicians against using extremism to score political points, aimed directly at the Community Secretary Michael Gove. You know, Cokehead Gove. Well, prepares to announce his controversial new anti-extremism plan he does. So, Priti Patel, Sajid, Javid, and the one that looks like an egg. You remember him, yeah? He had a very long speech, didn't he, when he dobbed Boris Johnson in the shit.
Kipper.
Kipper. Anyway, Priti Patel, Sajid, Javid and Amber Rudd among a dozen signatories to a joint statement warning about the risks of politicising anti-extremism, just days before the community secretary unveils his proposals. Now, consider what I do here. Am I an extremist? Are you an extremist just for being here? Because Michael Gove pretty much said that you should be careful who you associate with. I'll read this because it's a bit... I can't really see it on there very well. It's not a format, so let me read this. Right. Now, he told the Sunday Telegraph he did. Get rid of that there. All right. Pro-Palestinian marchers should question whether extremist groups are behind some of the protests, and that the new definition will help protesters decide whether to attend the events. Now, some of the events that have been organised by extremist organisations, he said. Well, that doesn't mean that these people who have gone on them are extremist. Quite the opposite, he says. But it means that you can begin to question, do you really want to be lending credence to these this organisation? The letter, signed by 58 survivors, says that they are only too aware of the threat of Islamic extremism, but added that it is wrong to conflate extremists with the vast majority of British Muslims. Now, this is not only wrong in itself, but makes the job of an Islamist extremist even easier and plays into the hands of terrorists, he says. We also know that there are anti-Muslim hate, where anti-Muslim hate can lead. While Islamist inspired extremism in our own country, most pressing terror threat, it is not our only one, and responding to it would be feeding far-right extremism. Doesn't he feed into that, Bill? Dividing our communities and exaggerating the risk will feed us a cycle of extremism that will put more people at risk. It's the height of irresponsibility. See, just gaslighting you, really, is what he's doing. They do like to do that, don't they? So, the organisations and individuals that... Oh, crikey, bring it back over again. Squeeze in. There we go. A bit more. Was it all the way? Is it all the way? Oh, I think it is. Oh, go. And move it over. There we are. It's better. Oh, that's not what I want. Andy Byrne. Organisations and individuals that breach a new official definition of extremism will be excluded from meetings, from or any engagement with ministers. That this is already happening. There has been people who are just advisors to the government who have been told, I'm sorry, but we do not want you here. We've looked at your Facebook profile. This has already happened. Several people have been on James O'Brien's show has actually spoken out against this. I think there's two that I think it was one. Was it this year or last year? Last year. Oh, it's good for bad. The worst is the councils will be expected to follow the government's lead, covering any financial ties cutting any financial ties or support to individuals or groups that have been categorised as extremist. And the proposed new definition of extremism, the first revealed by the Observer in November, when they first started talking about this, but they're actually going to, it's this week now. Anyway, that could constitute extremism, include attempts to overturn or exploit or undermine the UK system of liberal democracy. Also, are they saying we can't do a Guy Fawkes on Parliament? That's what they're saying. Overturn, exploit or undermine the UK system of liberal democracy to confer advantages or disadvantages on specific groups, or threatening individuals' rights or enabling the spread of extremism. Are you Scots extremists up there? Would you be an extremist under these new plans by Michael Gove? Considered as such because, apparently you're nationalists, according to one individual, if you remember his name.
Kipper!
Yes, him. Crikey. I shouldn't laugh, but it's just so ridiculous. Everything just seems so ridiculous now. Unbelievable, yet people believe it. I've just been following some things about strange comments on my videos as well. I've been following some things on on X, formerly Twitter. I don't do much on there these days because I kind of avoid it a bit. But some people have really gone down that rabbit hole. And part of the problem is we've got individuals like flipping Elon Musk using the platform just to propagate more hate. So much bias there. But you see, it's I think it's this week the EU are going to be going through putting pressure on these companies in accordance with their new Data Act. And that is going to cause a massive amount of problems for these companies to try and, take control of us, stop us from propagating this hate, being extremists, I suppose. But it's a difficult one, isn't it? It's how far do you take it before you take away freedom of speech? Well, with freedom of speech comes responsibility, doesn't it? I would have thought so. So, oh, there, these people. Back in the chat. Oh, there. 10:26. Oh, my clock was wrong. Back up we go. Oh, got a few people there. All right. Going through the chat. Star Wars best. Oh, I like Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan. Can you see him? Can you? He's there. Can you see him? I've got my own Darth Vader just there. He's very dark. Okay, in the shadows. Coming to a country near you, jailed for naming your router after a course. Oh, that is what happened to that girl in Russia has been arrested for treason. Yeah, she named her router against the yes, against the war in Ukraine. And she's been arrested for that. It's so ridiculous that's over there. It's just, and do you know what's quite getting me a bit at the moment, especially on. There's a lot of people, whether it's Russian actors, what have you. There's a lot of people on social media at the moment trying to promote or do a lot of pro-Putin stuff on there. You know, are they genuine people who are a bit frightened, because of war and, obviously. Could it be that? But no, I think that they just seem, a lot of them are not legible, do you know what I mean? The English is terrible. They're as bad as mine. So make you wonder if they're just Russian actors, a bit like what happened with Cambridge Analytica, And that stuff is going all over Twitter. There's masses of it. What about the band Extreme? Will songs like More Than Words be banned? Yeah, probably. I don't know. How far do you take it? Has it got... A lot about context as well and how it's been used, isn't it? It's like, you get bands and what have you, certain rappers now, they use the N-word quite vicious, vigorously, don't they? They use it a lot. Yeah, if we said something like that, we go, oh, crikey, you can't say that. Obviously you can't, I agree. It's just got to be that context. Police state being advanced, yes. Well, if it isn't Macron, it looks like he's sort of like doing his bit regarding the filtered fire, possibly regarding munitions going east. And then we've got the police state. We have got a police state, haven't we? In the UK, it's heading that way at least, isn't it? Will it improve under Labour? Well, they've made it quite clear they're not going to change anything, haven't they? Euromero says opinions are like arseholes. Arseholes. What do you mean, like chocolate starfishes? Yeah, arseholes. Everyone has one, and most of the times they stink. Oh, if they're like chocolate starfishes, they're chocolatey. Oh, hazelnuts. The occasional corn. Well, I ain't no corn. What about the band Extreme? Oh, crikey, yeah, I don't know. Sorry. There we come. And a belated hello to Joel and B Dollars. Says Phone Box Chicken. Hello, Phone Box Chicken. Coming to a country near you. Jailed for naming your route after cause. Yep, done that. That's very true. I read that this morning. Was it yesterday I read that? I can't remember now. Losing my mind, I am. Hello, Gingers. Mark's biggest fan says extremism is just a tool used to scare people. It exists, but not to the level where average people would notice. It's definitely around us, isn't it? Hooray, we can get rid of Liz Truss, Suella Braverman, and Richie Sunak. Yay, yes, get rid of them. Can we put them in the mince? Or maybe a wood chipper. Don't want them coming back, do you? No. Don't mean like that series, or that American show was called, was it The Manifest or something? That aeroplane that disappears for 5 years and comes back as though nothing's happened. What about people like Heritage Foundation or Russian oligarchs? What do you mean the Londongrad? They just basically they need all their money taken, don't they? Anyway, if you're in the old short feed, don't forget to boot the old like button. Helps the channel, and I need all the help I can get. That I do. Well. Yeah, it's... Oh, crikey. We've got, what's his name now? Chelsea Football Club oligarch geezer. Abramovich. Apparently he's going to be doing some negotiating. Extremism needs to be decided locally. E.g., imagine if they designated in what? Oh God's sake, it's so. Why did I start reading? I should have read that before I started reading that top smoke. Okay, they designated incest extreme in Norfolk. Because apparently we sleep with our sisters. Apparently, according to top smoke. And they'd be on their skiffs over. Sorry, they'd be on their skiffs over Doggerland to Holland before they say web toes. Oh God's sake! I have not got web toes. What about fox hunters who occupied MPs' residences? Are they extremists? I would say they're pretty much extremists. Especially when they're allowing their dogs to go into people's backyards and ravaging animals in someone's backyard. That don't seem right to me. Will the Tories condemn the anti-Islamic extremists who want a white Christian autocracy? Which one? Would it be someone like Lawrence Fox, maybe? It could even be George Galloway. He don't give a damn about the Muslims. He's just saying all this stuff to get the vote. He'll be gone next week. Some of the recent anti-protest laws already have clauses relating to online support of illegal protest activities. Well, they do that to back each other up, don't they? So there's no get-out clauses. That's cool. Right. Did I miss a super chat? Let me just check something. I do. That one there. Right. Oh, I missed one. Hey, cheers out some care. Thank you. Marcus, common travel board that only... Okay, nice one. I've done that. And oh, cheers, buddy. Thank you. Got a super chat. That's cool. Keeps the channel alive, doesn't it? You know. I also have got my woodworking channel as well, which is a bit of a laugh at times, you know. And I've put a lot of videos on there. A hell of a lot, actually. Too many. Lots of short videos, but also some long. I'm doing some live on there as well now. And actually with the missus as well. Try to teach her woodwork. Lost cause. I'll tell you. I got a biscuit. We already have laws to combat extremism. Yeah. No, but he just wanted to define it. He needs to define what is extremism. Is an extremely extremist comment for some. This is an extremely extremist comment for some. Thanks, Joel. Interesting, led by Donkey's video. Yes, I mentioned that earlier. I'm going to have to check that one out. About the Tories and how some organisers were given plump Tory jobs. Got to be so careful when you play video clips now. It's getting worse. It really is. It's not what they can do today. Even if you try to... Oh, even if they're playing music in the background or something like that can get you. And you get demonetised. The problem is you keep getting demonetised for copyright. Your channel gets less kudos, so to speak. You've got to be so careful. Do a wee bit of woodwork chat. Break the stream up. A bit of woodwork chat. I lost me. Well, I got my laser. I've worked out to use the laser now. That's pretty cool. So I can make my signs for the rewilding with the laser. We have a camera in the bird box, which is this one here, but you can't see it because it's dark. There's nothing in there anyway. The birds are sniffing around the new bird box, which is gonna. They'll be live streaming that on my rewilding channel probably. And also going to be making another bird box with a camera in to go around the other side of the house as well. It should be pretty cool. Marcus Bills fan says, I'm an anti-extremist extremist. Oh God, some of it started. Oh, thanks, Casper. Cheers, buddy. Nice one. Thank you. Put that in the chat there. And down here. My day was actually good. That's cool. Oh, I got to what one's that down? What do you say? Oh, sorry. That's an extreme. No, they're having a laugh about being. She's getting confused. She's taking you seriously. Oh. Well, this was misunderstood. The comments by Joel and Mark's biggest fan. What do you want on it, mate? On your house sign. Number 3. You did mention it before. I'm writing it down. No. Tell me what you want then, mate. Obviously, you don't want to put, or send me a message. Obviously, you don't want your house number on there, do you? What, an Airbnb with a camera box? No, not no, a camera. No, not what? Hello, Zone. Hope you well. Zona. Was it you who came and saw us in France with gingers? God, I'm losing track. If it is, I made you signs. What about the company pimping you? What about the company pimping you out for pencils? This is on my woodworking channel. Yeah, there's a company called Your League of Glues who've been sending me glue and pencils and jelly beans and one of these. Conjuring. They're a sponsor. They weren't even mechanical, no, they're just flat pencils. I still, that pencil, because Mark was the biggest fan, he got me a pencil. A special pencil, mechanical, a tough carbon pencil for my woodworking channel.
What's my theory on Kate Middleton?
Your theory on Kate Middleton? What is your theory on Kate Middleton?
I don't really like the royal family.
On the royals, as far as I'm concerned, they're not my royals. No, not my king.
Not my king.
They are scroungers.
Yeah, I think Harry's probably the best.
Well, he's not getting anything now, is he?
No.
So he's not a problem, is he? But I think she spoke out today, didn't she?
She's come out of hiding.
Yeah, because come out of hiding. But I think that was a responsibility to do it much sooner. To be honest, I think that she shouldn't. End of the day, their houses are paid for by the taxpayer.
Mm-hmm.
Even landfill, for instance, goes to the crown. Basically every bit of rubbish you chuck.
See why it was so secretive.
I don't. And he's been more open about it. At least the king was open about it when he said about his cancer. He said it pretty much straight away, didn't he? As soon as he came out of hospital, he mentioned it. Yeah. He not mentioned it, he made a statement about it. And that was the right thing to do, because at the end of the day, there is a lot of interest around him. It's not my interest. I don't give a damn, to be honest. I'm not interested. I don't care what happens to him either. I'll be absolutely honest, because at the end of the day, there's plenty of people every single day passing away and no one gives a damn. It's true, isn't it? And then you get, just because the king and what have you.
The king does all this for the environment and then he drives it right. And then how many planes has he got?
And all that flipping house. He tries to have some environmental eat that, is it? Is he using a little pellet burner?
How many planes has he got?
I can't, we did work it out, didn't we?
Yeah.
He's got 11 main houses.
Wow.
Yeah, plus all the other buildings they got. It's ridiculous.
They're going on about the environment. They're probably biggest drain on it.
They're all paid by the taxpayer. They don't get a wage anymore, do they?
I don't know.
Working royals.
I don't
Don't think so, do they?
I'm sure they do.
I don't know. Anyway. No love for the royals here, no. No. What did he do to deserve this? King Charles III awarded his younger brother, Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, at the Order of the Thistle to mark the prince's 60th birthday. Yeah, but totally ignored his other son. Yeah, Harry. Joe says got the right idea, just like they have in France. I am a Republican. We killed our king. We needed a Bastille. You need to build yourself, in the UK, you need to build yourself a Bastille. And grab all those flippin' toffs, doff cap forelocks and all that, of Jake Rees-Mogg and that on his, William pencil, penny farthing, lucky leg. Anyway, that geezer, with his flippin'...
They're now British fish, and they're better and happier fish for it.
Apparently so. Take them to your freshly built Bastille. It doesn't have to be a nice cut stone. It could be just a bit of old breeze block, slapped up. That'll do. Is that extreme? Am I now an extremist? Was that extreme? Was it too extreme for you? Edward is at least or less of a prick than Andrew. Well, Andrew's a nonce, isn't he? So, royals and football are all English have left. Oh dear. Something to look forward to, isn't it? Yeah. Aspire to. Number 3, Zombie King. We just tossed the British government out and declared ourselves our own country. We beat the UK too, because the UK hasn't got one. That's a constitution. Well, the constitution, I know what we'll do with that. We'll put in the Second Amendment. Well, right to bear arms and all that. There's a second, isn't it? Yeah. Think of how much money we would have if we didn't have the royals. Well, if you keep supporting the Phil Morehouse, he's a royalist, he is, I'll tell you, blimey. Yeah, we would. I think they said it's about 300 or 400 million or something. It's more than that. There's a lot of stuff they don't tell you. What about the security, for instance? The other day, there's a couple of horses going up and down in London. Guys with big hats on. And then shot each other. What did Ginger say? We just tossed the British government out and declared ourselves our own country. Yeah, just shot each other. That's pretty much what happened. Oh dear. And then you got that Marjorie Taylor Greene woman, whatever it is, crikey, telling us all that Jesus was arrested by the Roman government. Oh my God, we're lost. We're lost schools. I don't want royalty or football. Do you know what? I don't follow football at all, right? But if it was more, I don't know, down to earth, and when the socks came up to the thighs and the shorts sort of almost touched the socks. Well, the good old days when they kicked about an old pigskin, around the field. When it actually meant something to play football. You're playing football for, if you're a team, you're playing it for your own constituency or your town or whatever, village. Or now these days, it's really important exporting them away. Footballers, huge amounts of money. It's all got out of hand. I'm just going to shut my door because my dogs come in, and so I'd open the door and left it open. I'm going to get pestered by dogs. No, oh, really? You will go outside? Oh! Oh, blimey, what are you like? You're right. There you go. He'll be scratching at the door in 6 seconds, I'll be getting up again. Oh, look at my butcher's apron chair. The Scots, they love it, they do. They absolutely love it. Yeah. Cultic groups may isolate members from family and friends to maintain control. Now, talks about was saying earlier about incest and all that, regarding me being from Norfolk. But it's kind of what happened around here, you see, with the French farmers, you see, to keep control of their lands. Breed them out, keep it in the family, and then you keep the lands in the family, you see. No, we don't love the chair. I would like anyway. That was not by choice. I did go, oh, look, there's a chair there that happens to have a Union Jack on the back. No, that wasn't by choice. It just happened to be there. That was the chair I wanted. I suppose I could paint it. Oh, dear. I'll probably deteriorate. I'll probably rot or something. But the morons are shooting non-morons too. Yeah, good problem. That is not a good problem. It's a bad problem. It's a problem. Unfortunately, there's a huge amount of deaths, isn't there, through, guns in the US. Quite shocking. Quite is shocking. In Paris, many years ago, took a bus marked Bastille, and asked the driver where it was on arrival, and the look on his face. Oh, well, young and dumb, trying to be cultured. I'll try again. In Paris, many years ago, I took a bus marked Bastille. Asked the driver where it was on arrival. And the look on his face. Oh, I see. It's quite a big building, Can't really miss it. It's a long tradition of defenestration here. When the ruler gets out of hand, he avoids the windows. That's what they do in Russia, don't they? They just throw them out of the windows in Russia. Or poison you with Novichok. Before TV. I hate it when Marx leaves the chair and exposes that seat. It's why all of a sudden my viewers just dropped off on the short feed. They don't understand the story behind the chair. It wasn't by choice. No. It's just how it panned out. I wanted the chair, not the flag. I prefer the butcher's arse seat to the butcher's apron. At least I'm sitting on it. See? You wouldn't want to go anywhere down my derriere, no, you see. Not anywhere near my chocolate starfish. Local team for local folk. Let locals play locally and dedicated national team. And we might have less injuries just prior to competitions. The thing is, you see, I agree. At the end of the day, it had more soul. It's soul. I think football's soulless, personally. I just can't take it. I just find it absolutely soulless. Oh my God, I'll have to expose you to my chair. I'll wheel it out of the way. There you go. Can you see it? Oh, Ollie. I'll put myself in my chair and then roll back over again like so. And then you didn't see it, did you? No, I didn't see the butcher's apron on my chair. Anyway, Wally wants a treat. Then we'll carry on. Oh, there's Sebastian over there as well. Wally. Wally. You've got to make an effort. Well. Oh my God, you put... Oh, that was close. He literally pressed the off button on the computer. That wouldn't have been very good. No. I'd have to be very quick and quick back into the... Blimey, that was close. Oh, what's odd? Right. Thanks for talking about your chocolate starfish. Oh, dear. One reason I would love to move to Scotland is if the Scots would finally break free, that is. Yeah. Get away from Westminster. I have a knife pulled on me. Oh, crikey, what? Surely it's scary, but but you can get away. Crikey. You pull a knife out, that ain't a knife. This is a knife. How dare you abuse our precious flag? I'm sitting on it. Maybe. What's wrong with I don't know, whatever you're into, mate. Incest, if that's a thing, you know. It's not for me, you know. You haven't seen my sisters, have you? I had a gun and a ball on me in the USA, once for going the speed limit. America's scary with prevalence of fire. Oh, God, yeah. It's frightening, isn't it, really? It really is frightening. A local team for a local folk. Let locals play locally and dedicated national team. Yeah, I said already, didn't I? Don't like the chair. Don't like the chair, they say. They say don't like my chair. Did you? So the British kicked themselves out of America. Well, maybe. There was a war. Oh, that was Mel Gibson, wasn't it? That's who did it. Mel Gibson did it. Right, there we go. There we go. Right, back. Okay. Very few major sports that have any integrity. Football's earning 800,000 a week. That's ludicrous. Can see Darth Vader now. Oh look, that's evil. And the chair flag though. He's there. It's Darth. Darth Vader's there. He's behind me. There he is. I can't just wait to see him. There he is. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do a bit about old Farage, shall we? Let's do a bit of Farage. Nigel Farage. Oh, blimey. He's... What can I say? Now, if I bring this one over here, and that, and then I'll bring that into that as well. Let's move those out of the way. I had enough of Gove. I'm an extremist apparently, so that'll have to be the case. I'll stick with that. Right, don't need that one. Just rearranging my pages. I don't know if I can format this one or not. Will it format? Oh, might do. It has. Right. Now this is in a... It was shared to me by Spotlight, one of the subscribers to the channel. And I found it quite interesting. And it's about Nigel Farage. Oh, lovely man, wouldn't you say? Nigel Farage's Reform Party took 135,000 from a climate scientist deniers and fossil fuel interests. It goes deeper than that. There's a lot more to it than that as well. It's such as this geezer here, Terrence Mordaunt, what have you. They've all got the fingers in the pie. Has he got anything to do with Penny Mordaunt? You know, you got to stand up and fight or something. You know, stand up and deliver. You know, Farage, he can help it. Well, Nigel Farage's Reform Party, okay. Well, previously known as the Brexit Party, took over from, well, UKIP, because UKIP went a bit, you know, like even Nigel Farage said, didn't he? Oh, we've got some crazy people, or we've got some stupid people in the UKIP, in the party, he said, didn't he? Something that words to that effect. Well, they received 135,000 this year. Well, last year, this was 2023, in donations. Now, these donors have got connections with the fossil fuel industry, and Reform UK is known for its critical, well, rather critical stances now regarding climate action, and as proposed policies like increasing oil and gas drilling, fracking and what have you, and ending renewable energy subsidies, and eliminating the windfall tax on oil and gas companies. Now, the party is led by Richard Leis. Is right, isn't it? Leis. Anyway, as far as he's the honorary president, he reckons he's not political, but I looked on the Company's House website, and it says quite clearly that he's a politician, pretty much. Now, both Tice and Farage, who are also TV presenters on GB News, often criticise climate policies, go on about the wind turbines not blowing more, not having the electricity when the sun don't shine more, having the electricity don't work like that. What a twit. And Tice also has stated that he believes that there is no climate crisis at all. Really? Well, this year has been another crazy year for us. I have never known so much flippin' rain. I mean, seriously? It's been non-stop. And last year, I never known so much bloomin' drought in France. Spain, for instance, the major rivers in Italy, the major rivers are almost dry this time of year. There's hardly any water. But where we are, there's too much. At least the aquifers apparently have replenished, according to our local government. Now this year, this in France that is, all the donations to Reform UK come from people linked to who deny the climate science and involved in fossil fuels companies, etc. and organisations. Probably Tufton Street or something, 55 Tufton Street maybe. Well, highlighting the party's alignment with anti-climate action interests. Oh, that's a disgrace. I've got to do it now. I'm going to have to do it. Yeah, I've done it.
That is a disgrace.
Yes, it is. Well, this shift in a donor base comes after a quieter 2022 for the party. Yeah, they're pretty much nondescript, but obviously we're coming to a general election at some point. We don't know when. Will it be in May? May it not? I don't know. A significant decrease from its peak funding of around 2 million they had back in 2019. And during this time, that was with the old Brexit party. Among the donors, there's people like a company led by Terence Muldoon. He's a director of the climate denial group, Global Warming Policy Foundation, so GWPF, your acronyms. Jeremy Hoskin, political donor with significant investments in fossil fuels and property investment firm, chaired by someone who questions global warming yet again. Just another one, they keep come out the woodwork, what have you. Now, these revelations emerge amidst discussions about the connections between GB News, where Farage and the Tice, the president, and GB News is this year, the last financial year, they're like 45 million down. They only got about 5 million in advertising revenue. Now, last year it was 30 odd million. Now it's 40 million, 45. At what point are they going to say, well, maybe this is a lost cause? Hopefully very soon. But considering the people who own it, the likelihood is that's not going to happen. They'll just keep pumping money into it because, it disrupts the political discourse in the country. Because there's people out there who are lacking thinking and they buy into all the crap that these idiots like that Neil, what his name is, the one with the long hair, and it looks like an untidy Jesus. Anyway, these revelations emerged amidst discussions about the connections with GB News. And also Nigel Farage and Tice was president, Rich Tice was president of the the party and the fossil fuel industries, and highlighting a rather broader strategy of using conservative media to oppose climate action. Now we've got Liz Truss doing her rounds, haven't we? Spouting out about that sort of stuff regarding, the climate, what have you, and climate denial. They're crazies, they really are. Despite not having parliamentary representation, Reform UK has seen a rise in support, particularly evident in their performance in recent by-elections. So we know that Shell, BP, all them lot, they are constantly greenwashing us, telling us this, that and the other, all the things that they're doing, and all it is either token effort, or it's just bollocks, and it's just a way to try and gain popular support. Oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. Now, when asked about these donations, though, Richard Tice, he dismissed the inquiry as trivial, and emphasised the party's growing popularity, as though it's a justification to, destroy the planet, I suppose. Or have we already done that? Probably. So, effectively he wants the UK to abandon the UK's net zero goals and to avoid economic damage. That was done with Brexit, which they promoted. They wanted the Brexit. This wasn't a Brexit, they said, didn't they? They wanted that. They pushed for it, and they got it. And now look at the state of our economy. And I've got Kevin Babnock trying to, oh crikey, polish a turd. That's what he did. God, well, she is a turd. I can't stand that woman. Anyway, GB News did not comment, though, on this matter. No further details reveal that the party donors, that Terence Bourdon is involved with the GWPF and the history of financial contributions to the Conservative Party, along with significant business interests in sectors that contribute to CO2 emissions. The Bourdon and other donors' connections to the party, they underscore the financial ties between Reform UK and entities opposing the climate action policies. Now, we're looking at this article here, which goes into a lot more detail than I just spouted out. Nigel Farage's Reform Party received 135,000 this year from donors linked to climate science denial and fossil fuels. Reform UK, formerly the Brexit Party, is a vocal critic of climate action. We know that. We covered that. And the party has pledged to accelerate oil and gas drilling. We know that. We heard them say that. Now, anti-climate stance of Richard Tice and Farage is reflected in the interests of the party's donors. Now, if you look at what happened regarding during the, was it the 2019 general election? Was it Tate and Lyle whose donations paid for a lot of the campaigning? What have you? Well, they don't want. Sorry, this is during the Brexit campaign. Sorry, because they don't want the EU to restrict their imports of cane sugars into the UK. Whereas, in the UK and the EU, we generally have beet. We use a lot of produce our own, like sugar beet and what have you, for sugar. A silver spoon. Need to say it's controlled to protect the businesses, and there's restrictions or sanctions on imports of sugar. Tate Lyle won't have a free reign, which they got now. They do what they like now. Destroying more British farmers. But that's Brexit for you. They still voted for it. 59%, whatever it was, of farmers apparently voted for Brexit. Actually, no, it was a poll before the Brexit referendum vote. On voting for Brexit. So this anti-climate stance of Tice and Farage is reflected in the interests of the party's donors, and the latest official records show that all donations made to Reform. What have got going on there? Oh, sorry. Latest official records show that all donations made to Reform UK so far this year are from individuals with ties to climate science denial and fossil fuel interests. Now, we come down here. Now, Terence Bourdon. Okay. Now, this geezer here. Now, you can't see it, but this guy here. Oh, I can show you. I suppose I can twist you around. Yeah, this is Terence Bourdon. I've got bugs in the way. There he is. Oh, God, you got that in the way. There he is. I got the cat in the way. I didn't move all the stuff out. I got mugs everywhere. My coffee in. Right. There we go. In. Alright. Yeah, Terence Bourdon. Credentials. Details of Bourdon's educational background. Okay, his background we don't need to know. But he donated 34,600 to the Conservative Party between 2003 and 2009, and has donated at least 135,000 to the party since 2008, including 25,000 donation in 2017. But also, he donated 100k to the Vote Leave back in 2016. Brexit. That's how it goes. And the stance on climate change. Global warming policy, which Mordaunt chairs, has suggested policies to stop climate change are based on climate models that completely fail to predict the lack of warming for the past 2 decades and that carbon dioxide has been mercilessly demonised. Mercilessly demonised as carbon pollution, when in fact it is a benefit to the planet. That's what we're dealing with. He's basically saying that climate change is good. These people are crazy, you know, and they've got too much money. And they use that money to promote their own industry so they can make more money. So, who do they make the money from? Us. We're funding these idiots. You know, we're funding them. We're giving them money. We're buying their fuel. We're trapped. You know. But these idiots, they don't. Do they actually believe this stuff? They possibly don't. They just campaign for it because all they care about is making more dough, more money. Disgusting individuals. That's what they are. So revelations come after D-Smog reported that a hedge fund founder, Paul Marshall, co-owner of GB News, which has both Farage and Tice on its payroll, has 1.8 billion invested in fossil fuels. It's all linked. Everything's linked, you see. It's all linked. It's people like you and I, there's nothing we can really do about it apart from try our best to expose it. And if we can't, we're just going to have to put up with the consequences if we don't stand up against it. You've got to stand up and fight. Ask Penny Mordaunt. She knows. But she does stand up and fight, she said. Again and again and again. Like a crazy person. Now, Reform UK has no representatives in Parliament, but its supporters have grown this year, which we've seen. Although they didn't do too well in Rochdale, did they? No. In Mid-Bedfordshire and Tamworth by-elections, okay, more votes than Labour in Mid-Bedfordshire and Tamworth by-elections in October 19. When contacted about the donations, which I don't know when this was. When was this? It's in 2023, end of 2023. So it's all connected. Reform UK has no representatives in Parliament. Nope. And when contacted about the donations, Richard Tice accused D-Smog of childish slurs. To me, it looks like just counting to me, you know, as James O'Brien might say. It's just counting. Oh, well, anyway, so it referred to a poll commissioned by GB News, which found 11% of the UK's voters support the party. National polls put that figure 8%. More lies than that. As you can see, we are now rising in the polls, he says. He said in an emailed comment, as more people hear about us, so more people want to vote for us to save Britain. Amongst other things, by scrapping the catastrophic job-destroying net zero. It creates jobs. Just different jobs. See, I had a comment in the video, my last video, and they said, just vote reform, they'll sort it out. Oh, that's two comments there was. Yeah, I hid them. So no one could see his comments. What did I leave? I can't remember now. So he'd be mocked and ridiculed. I can't remember now. I'd normally hide it, but I think I actually just left it because it was funny. So yeah, Terence Mordaunt and GWPF, which is his business basically who make the donations. So Reform UK styles itself as an independent anti-elitist party. However, its donors include a wealthy businessman on the board of an opacely funded climate science denial group. Now, according to the Electoral Commission register, in June, Reform UK received $100,000 from the First Corporate Consultancy Limited, and the company is owned by Terence Mordaunt, a major Conservative Party donor. Now, Mordaunt is the director at the Global Warming Policy Foundation and served as its chair between. It's all linked. And then we go on to the late Nigel Lawson. I don't mind his daughter, but you know, late Nigel Dawson. Dawson. Yeah. Well, it'll set up. The GWPF was set up by Nigel Lawson, a former Chancellor of the Exchequer, in 2009, and has consistently spread climate science denial. A bunch of lunatics. They won't be happy until our skin is burning off our faces. A report by the group out in June described 2022, the UK's hottest year on record, as a warm year, but unalarming, they said. There's a trend going on. Mordaunt's other company, Bristol Port Company, claims to handle 27% of all UK aviation fuel imports and import and export of 550,000 motor vehicles every year. Now, transport is the single biggest contributor to carbon dioxide emissions in the UK, making up 26% of all CO2 pollution in 2021. So all they try to protect their business by, funding a load of lies. Reform UK has made transport a pillar of its political campaigning, claiming there is a war on drivers. They're being waged for anti-pollution and low traffic schemes. The party's candidate for London Mayor, Howard Cox, is an anti-fuel duty lobbyist who is funded by the haulage industry, and he is running on a pledge to ditch the capital's ultra-low emission zone. Well, do any of them cameras actually work anymore? Because they're working very hard at vandalising these cameras for the ULEZ. Mordaunt sits on the G. It goes on and it goes on. I'll leave a link to that actually in the description. I'll do that because this goes on and on and on. I'll be all night. I will. All night. I will. Crikey. All right. To chat. Oh. Oh. What's been said? Okay. Apology. Accept. Understood. Okay. What is it? 11:10. 11:10. Let's go back a few more minutes. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, up and up and up and up. Looks like a Basil Raff. What? What are you on about? Oh, him. Yeah. We almost got extinct in the past because of climate changes. Do any of us have any doubt it can happen again? No, I've got no doubt whatsoever. If we don't blow ourselves up first, it's going World War III, It's a stand up and fart. Mordaunt. I need your clip, don't I? You'll stand up and fart. Oh, Lee Corn's on it. How can you donate to a party that doesn't exist? That's a good point. The only climate crisis numbers... the climate crisis numbers are really scary now. Flipping, aren't you kidding? Have you seen that? I think I showed you before. There's a projections map of what's going to be flooded in the UK in the next 50 odd years. Ely will be an island. Look at that. Okay, so that's just facts and records, Joe Maros. They cannot be proved. More like stand up and talk shit. Talk shite. Stuck here, my broad brother had served in the RAF for 38 years and had been looking to retire to Kefalonia. The Brexit vote, crikey, the Brexit vote in 2016. Now he's still working. Oh, bugger. Retired from the RAF, but yeah, still working. That was in 2018. Honestly, the climate has not changed in Scotland. It's as rainy and cold in Scotland as it ever was. There isn't much that can be proved in reality. There isn't much that can be proved. Of course not in reality, I suppose there isn't. If you're talking about the climate, there is. Or we go about what's changed. Log it and see what the differences are and what they believe are causing it. Marx is the biggest fan. Genetics, you can prove the strands of DNA, and they were they disappeared and they survived. It's not that hard. But please do your research. I prefer people to see it. Donate to the Scottish Tories or Labour. Why would I do that? Oh, they don't exist. Cafel say. Scrolling up. There we go. How can you donate to a party that doesn't exist? Oh. Up. If the Gulf Stream takes a... Oh, crikey, that is frightening. If the Gulf Stream takes a dive, then you can expect more snow and ice for much longer. It's all the consequence, all the little micro consequences of that. It's all going to escalate. We're certainly going to be living differently. We could be living in holes probably, with no windows. I sometimes struggle with my one irony, but I often get trapped in a subject that I do not understand, and do not understand it. The Gulf Stream is so out of whack. I remember a story of commercial airlines breaking 800 miles per hour not long ago. That was last year. I did a video about it. Last year or the year before. I think it was during summer. I think it was during summer last year. It was unbelievable. It was crazy. And there was other stories of the fish literally getting too hot, and because they can't regulate the body temperature, they're dying. So they're getting too hot. And this was like in the Atlantic. Yeah, it's all everything's gone. Gone a bit loopy, hasn't it? It's gone a bit skewiff. Everything's gone skewiff. Hello, Beardy Home Brewing. Oh, crikey. Hello. Okay, I'm passing by on live scroll and hungover and confused. Probably the best way to be. But everyone should be hungover and confused. Like they should. What's the subject? Well, we started off with extremism. Michael Gove and his definition on extremism, and pretty much the government's extremists themselves. And then moved on to Nigel, Farage. And now I'm sort of getting towards the end now, because I've nearly done a Marcus hour, which is like 2 hours. Another 13 minutes, or 12 minutes, another 12 minutes. Number 3 would be effect altogether if the Gulf Stream gets messed up. Yes. They, oh, God. So the warm air and the cold air. So it would be too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. So that would be good. No. Everything's shifting, isn't it? Bring back Concord. Sure, it is structurally unsound, but if only rich people can afford it, it's a win-win. Oh my God, Concord, though, you say? It's not British anyway, is it? No. It was with the French as well. They helped build it and design it. And one way upset their knuckle draggers, isn't it? Marcus biggest fan. Bring back Concord structure. Yeah, I know. That's what we need to do. Check them all on the Concord, and then we'll start with the royal family. All right. We might need to build 2 structurally unsound Concords, and because the first one, you're only going to get 1 load on, aren't you? There's quite a few people we need to stick on there. But there is. Oh, I've been an extremist again. I think so. Let me come. I don't want kids, says Mark's biggest fan. But he's 22 though. What? Anyway, I am going to call it a night because I'm just losing my voice and I'm waffling like crazy now. Because, I am. I'm struggling to speak. Got my coffee. So, thanks to those of you in the vertical feed. Now, we also go live same time every Sunday on the horizontal feed as well, on the main feed, and that way I can show you all the bits and pieces on the screen then, you see. And you have a little clips that I might have that I'll get demonetized for. So anyway, thank you in the short feed. So I'm just going to say bye to you in the short feed. Okay. Toodaloo. I hope to see you next time. Do you want stop stream? Okay, alright. Well, that's that one gone. Thanks to the spams, they'll be moderating both. And Ginger's Draft says, when I flew from London to Boston, MA, USA in December, we flew over Northern Ireland. Not the same path as when I went over. Flight paths. Or could it be because they've got the Gulf Stream? Yeah, good night, Neil. Night all in chat. Night. Yeah, you all have a good week, Noel, everybody. And thanks to Spans that helping us out. I know it must be a lot harder trying to do two streams. Yeah, that must be nuts. It must be very frustrating as well, I imagine. Do you realize we had in the short feed though there's been 2,785 views. That's constituted as a view. How long that is, I don't know. Wow, 33 watch time hours. Yeah, 33 watch time hours. Just in the short feed. A lot of people don't realise when you go into the short feed, when you're doing the streaming, you press the go live button at the bottom, and it takes you to the actual live. Not the full live. This one, not the one that you're looking at the moment. The short live, but the actual live. Otherwise, it's just a short bit. There we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, night all, and thank you very much, everybody. What can I leave you with? Oh, I don't know. I'll press that button there. All right. I've seriously lost my voice. Oh, I can't speak. I was live earlier today as well on my woodworking channel. It's just constant talking. I'm just always talking to the flipping camera. I am. Oh, blimey. What am I like? It's quite hard, you know. It's not the easiest thing to do, just constantly talking. I suppose I could breathe. I could breathe in between. That might make it easier. What do you reckon? Oh, really? Is it?
That is a disgrace.
Well, at least Lee Anderson is gone now, but they're going to be fighting on the basis of... Yeah, most probably.
Brexit, it was Boris, it was Corbyn. And it was as simple as that. Those three things together was a great campaign. Great ingredients. At the next election, we haven't got those three things. So we're going to have to think of something else. It'll probably be a mixture of culture wars and trans debate and...
Reduced to a question like, can a woman have a penis?
And culture wars and trans debate and...
Build bridges, not walls.
The big thing in
yeah, Mark's the biggest fan. Yeah, my volleyball channel has got almost 30,000 subscribers now. That has grown ridiculously well. That had 3,500 subscribers back in November, and now I managed to get up to 30,000 subscribers on my woodworking channel. So it's a bit of fun, you know. It's not serious. Remember, don't buy from Amazon. You know what? I wouldn't unless I had to. I don't, where I am in France, I don't have many options. There's not many places to deliver here, to be honest, or sell the stuff that I want to buy. Now, we've got a company called C Discount, which is like Amazon, but a French version. All that's good, but it's not as good as Amazon. It isn't. I hate the fact that I have to buy stuff from Amazon. Our local shops, what have you, it's too blooming expensive. And they don't have what you want. We're very rural here, you see. Unless it's a tractor, you're not going to get it. No. Pork markets. Okay. Crikey, I've got flipping pork market.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Expression on the face. That gets me every time. It's like he's waiting for the applause. So, what did you just say? Oh, I'm despairing in a minute. I'll cheers out some care. Loving the woodworking channel when I can catch it on. Yeah, I just I'm trying to do several lives on that as well, but it's more sort of like just going for. And I'm doing the lives in the vertical format on there. The reason why I'm doing that is because a lot of my subscribers are coming from the short feed. So I know that's where they're gonna be fed the actual live. So when I get my computer sorted out properly, I'm gonna do it horizontal as well. You are rural, all shorts, but it's so quiet you can see the stars. I know, you can see the stars here, and it's we get very little light pollution. Any light pollution is basically light pollution that we've created. So I would love to get another scope. I used to have an observatory, okay? I built a brick-built observatory with a fiberglass top to it, which all rotated and stuff. It was shattering it and it's I had a Meade 12-inch catadioptric scope in there, but you could only see half the hemisphere at that point because of light pollution from Norwich. So to have it here, it would be brilliant. So I would like to do it, but I can't afford it. It's too much money. They're so expensive now. Build Briggen. Briggen? Build Briggen, not walls. What's Briggen? Like Bridgen? Andrew Bridgen? And I count the irony being that these Tories increased the benefits for the MPs, yes. Now, did they ever not get a pay rise when they froze everyone else's money? Austerity and all that? They kept getting pay rises, didn't they? 3 or 4%. Or whatever it was, about 4%, wasn't it, for pay rises for Tories each year? I like it not being serious. Sometimes you don't want anything political or controversial. Just wood glue and unboxing. Yeah, no, I stay clear of politics on that channel. You might notice if you've been on there, mate, recently. I steer clear of politics. I've got enough of that on this one. Even though I try to keep a sort of light heart to it, you know, bit of a light touch to it. It's so miserable at the moment. Everything's so miserable. People are miserable. You know, because people are worried, they're frightened. You know what's going on with Russia and stuff like that, and Gaza and Ukraine, and so much turmoil, and the risk of Donald Trump again. That's gonna flip and put a cat amongst the pigeons, isn't it? You know, it's everyone's scared, and I understand that. So I do tend to try, yeah. If orders is right, this time next year, 30p square head will be going down to the job centre. Yes, let's hope. Okay, alright, I had a request. Alright, I had a request. Got to find it first. Here you go, Mad Monk. Busy already. Mark's biggest fan says, coming from a country to a city is like Edinburgh or Glasgow. You just see yellow-orange haze above it. Ooh. And then live stream from the telescope. Yeah, you could do that. Why the hell not? That's actually really quite a cool idea. Yeah, Alison Care said, why not live stream from the telescope? So you can do that. You can put the CCD on the eyepiece and that you can track it. You can do it directly off the computer here, or yeah, straight off the computer. You could track it and control it. It's actually quite a cool idea. I'd have to buy one first. So I sold mine years ago before we came over here, and I really regretted it. So Top Smoke says, I like wood glue and solder. Now when I get my little room sorted out at the end, where we're putting the laser. Oh, you mean, stop humping the laser. When we moved that to the other room, and when we get the other one, we've got another one coming as well. We're going to be doing that, lots of stuff like that. I was hoping to do that in here, but it's just too messy. I need to sort that space out. Carlisle's been pointing the wall. What? Mark, we could crowdfund a hole in the wall for you, Mole Shorts, and you could see the glory of the galaxy through a hole. Maybe in the toilet. not quite the same. You need light gathering. Yeah. Can you remember these catalogues and what have you? And you see these telescopes, 250 times magnification, 400 times magnification, 4,000 times magnification. You couldn't see anything. Everything be shaking around all over the flipping place. But it's all about light gathering. You need girth, baby. You need girth. That's what you need for your telescopes. Yeah, you need to be able to gather as much light as you possibly can. And sometimes you're better off just with a pair of binoculars, just like Patrick Moore would say. Good pair of binoculars. In fact, these ideal. Probably because they're Carl's Hyenas, but Carl's very good. These are. Oh my god, covered in dust. I get shown you, and they're all covered in dust. Where's my brush gone? Is that the brush? Where's the brush? Where are the caps on them? Anyway, Carl's Hyenas, they're very, very good. But they're as good as anything for galaxies and stuff like that. Sort of, faint objects. I've actually made a special chair. Well, actually, a chair. It's for a tripod, but it's like but think of something like this, all right? Okay, but you can mount your binoculars onto, and then you can lay in your gravity chair and view from that and get it all orientated. But now you see you've got some fantastic apps like Stargazer and stuff like that you can put on your phone. So you can track things like the space station, all sorts of stuff. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's great fun. Do a new video channel about surviving World War III. Build a bunker. I mean, if I can build a bunker. Yeah, a lead-lined bunker. Have you heard, though, after Chernobyl, they've found worms that become immune to radiation. Worms. I kid you not. Edinburgh has a great observatory. They design telescopes. They're now for South America, etc. The big ones. Blimey, excellent. Yeah, mine was a 12-inch Meade catadioptric. It was like a big yoke. It's sat in the yoke, and that was all connected to the computer. It didn't have the go-to or anything like that. A lot of the modern ones where you can literally say, "I want to go to Sirius, for instance," and then as long as your scope is set up correctly, it will just go straight there and find it. So mine's all old scope, but Dobsonians are quite good. But they won't be any good for live streaming because you need the motors to track, and Dobsonians don't track very well. They're but they're cheaper, and you get big. You get big old 12-inch or even, like you say, even 18-inch mirrors in them. But they're big things. Neil Gower, what's the link to the woodworking channel? It's up the top there, mate. Regan Elite put that in. I did see it a minute ago. I'll tell you what, why don't I just get it and put it back in? That's a better idea. I will do that. It's called Wally Bois. Right, not go to. No. Wally Bois. It's at Wally Bois. There we go. That's right. I think I got it. There you go. There it goes. That's the woodwork channel. I do put quite a few videos on there. I'm a bit of a prat. So there are lots of crazy vertical videos, short videos, but also long form as well, but it's not quite so crazy. You get copyright claims from Terry Pratchett. What? Why Terry Pratchett? Why Terry Pratchett? I'm confused now. Hey, Chris Murphy, I hope you're well. Well, there may be worms that are immune to radiations. Ants are on the decline worldwide. Good. Flippin'. They eat everything. I don't mind them as long as they're somewhere else. I don't want to come in from my windows and stuff like that in the summer. Neil, go ahead. What's the? I don't know. Sorry, I've done that already. I'll just put it down below. Businesses must prioritise societal recovery over profit. Businesses need to make a profit, but they need to. I think they need to encompass society. There's some good, really good businesses out there who acknowledge the fact that they're obviously the staff might have an integral part of their business, but also the environment around them, and they do their bit. But then you've got those who don't. You know, and they just want to perverse people's minds, you know. I would love an 18-inch scope. I really would out of some care. Me do want an 18-inch, but it costs an absolute fortune. 20 grand. What? I can't say that, but yeah, okay, I get your point. Mark's his biggest fan. I don't know, but I've heard that. Yeah, okay. Do chat about surviving World War III. Oh dear me! You can look at survival channels do really well. The only thing is that the survival channels that do seem to do the best, the ones where you got scantily clad women, or in tight leotards or something, lighting fires in the woods, or splitting logs, that sort of thing. I keep getting them in my feed. Caroline, look at this. Yeah, I'm not interested. You know what? I'm getting old. I really am. I just can't be bothered with it anymore. You know, I keep getting boobs and bums in my feed, and I don't want that. I want to know your skills, not your assets. Thank you. Not those skills, the woodworking skills, okay? Or survival skills. Oh God, I'm not doing very well, am I? Oh, flip between the phone and TV. Oh, blimey. Scruff Dog live streams and is pot smoking. What? Scruff Dog? What the hell's that about? Mark's, look at a picture of him. Okay, Terry Pratchett. Okay. Oh, does he look like me at the moment? Do I look like Terry Pratchett or something? I'm looking. See. Oh. He's sold. Oh dear me. Oh, dear I. Oh yeah, I see your point now. Let's put it in there just to like show everybody what you're on about. Apparently I'm Terry Pratchett. Which one's the most like me, Duran? Oh, there's a wizard one here. Oh, but that's wizard. There's sod you are. What else we got here? Okay. There's a wizard. Oh crikey! Blimey. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I said I was gonna go a minute ago. So it's time for me to go. The missus is going to be very happy when she sees your mastic. You've been. That's, do you realize that video? There's one back. Don't use your finger to smooth your mastic joint or something stupid. And that video has done over 5 million views. Why? I haven't worked it out yet. But yeah, that went crazy. That went viral. On the Woodworking channel, it is, yeah. Whenever anyone mentions Terry Pratchett, hello Lee, I don't know, mate. Terry Pratchett, for some reason, I always think of Terry Nutkins. What is that? Let's have a crikey. Was it? Does he look the same? Oh my God! I was getting bad and worse. I was gonna go, wasn't I? And yeah. I want to grow my hair longer. I don't know if I will now. Yeah. Oh, blimey. That's a blast from the past, that is. Is he still about? I think he's got. I think he's passed. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. It says dead on there. He is dead. 66. That's not that old, I suppose. Anyway, I said I was going to go. Anyway, it's time for me to go and say toodaloo, you know. Blimey.
And the key is we've got our fish back. They're now British fish, and they're better and happier fish for it.
There is no planet blah, 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 blah.
This message is for Rodney, okay? Listen up, all right? You blocked us both on Facebook, and you blocked us on Instagram and TikTok, okay? Now listen, I want all of our friends and family to share this, because he thought that's the last he saw of us. Guess again, okay? You gonna break her heart? I'm gonna break your jaw, Rodney, okay? I ain't messing around. I'm looking for you.
You was at the casino all night with Tracy. I know you was.
He was.
And I get an alert on my phone that says, all your SSI check is gone.
He took it and he spent it,
He
Crystal.
spent it all night with this gal.
And tell him what he did.
I said, hey, Rodney, you need to get the heck on out of here.
She called it quits, broke up with him.
And then he kicks my freaking curio cabinet.
Okay? Here's the deal. She loves her little figurines. Okay? Show him the one that he broke. Show him what. Let me have it. This is her favorite little figurine. Look at the little eyes. Look at the little eyes. Rodney was leaving, broke off its tail. The tail curled up. He fucking broke it.
There's the tail.
Look at the little tail.
It
He
cannot
broke
be
that.
glued back. It cannot be glued back.
He didn't just leave with respect when she ended the relationship. He had to kick over her churro cabinet and broke 3 of her figurines. My grandma gave this to her a week before she died. Okay? This is your favorite figurine.
My little precious moments one with the little girl that was praying and had her head down.
And he thinks he can block us, and then he ain't got to deal with us. Well, guess what, Rodney? I went to your mom's house because I knew that's where you'd be, and you weren't. She said she hadn't seen you. Number 1, I think she was fucking lying. Number 2, I'll whip her ass too.
And please, everybody, share this on a Facebook.
I wanted to see it.
Everywhere. Anywhere you can share it on a GoFundMe
My
site.
blood's boiling. My blood's boiling. You know what? I got something for you, Rodney. Here, Crystal, hold that. Hold that, Crystal. I got something for you. Hold that up for me. Okay? I got something for you. I got 2 things for you. Okay? Right here. Tanya Tucker and Conway Tweedy. Okay?
Am I dreaming? No. Where am I?
Oh, hello there, Ruth. Hope you're well. That's 10 years old, is it? Okay. Anyway, thanks to everyone joining us, and thanks to this band as well for moderating the channel. I really do appreciate it. I know it must be quite difficult with two streams going on again today. So, yeah, thanks a lot. And that Rodney, he is, isn't he? What a blogger. Oh, yeah. Toodaloo.